What's up, everyone, and welcome to the Who's Reality Cooking Podcast. I'm so excited to have Chef Stretch from season 2 of Next Level Chef here with me. What is up, Chef
What's
Stretch?
up? How you guys? How you doing, Audrey?
I'm doing great. I'm so excited to have you on the
I'm
podcast.
excited to be here. Excited to chop it up with you. Let's go.
Awesome. Are you at work right now? Are you in the
Yeah,
kitchen?
I'm always in the kitchen, always at work. I'm an
I love it.
executive chef now. I missed the kitchen life, so now I'm back running the kitchens, back where I started.
I love it. I love it. That's so exciting.
Thank
So
you.
I've been doing my homework, so to speak, and I just
Okay.
finished your season last night.
Okay.
I've been like powering through all of them.
Okay.
And oh my gosh, to me, you are just the most memorable and most genuine out of the entire cast. And everyone's wonderful,
Thank
don't
you
get me
so much.
wrong.
Thank you so much.
But
I
I'm
really
just
appreciate that.
I'm so thrilled to have you here, and you have such an amazing presence on television. So I genuinely see you going places.
Thank you
So
so much.
you're
I
so
really
well.
appreciate that.
You're so welcome. So let's just kind of get started. I'd love to find out, why did you try out for Next Level Chef? What was the motivation behind all of that?
Yeah, for sure. So, initially, just as a kid growing up, I would watch Gordon Ramsay. Like, I know people maybe say that a lot, but like that was genuine my after school like entertainment. I watched Gordon Ramsay. I watched cooking shows. So when I saw an ad, Next Level Chef, like casting or casting, apply now. I'm like, is this fake? Is this real? Like, let me just give it a shot. So I sit at my laptop for like about an hour and a half. I completed a 72 question application with a ton of questions, like serious questions and stuff. So I sat there and I just filled it out, like just what if, I quite honestly didn't even expect to even make it or get a call back. I was just like, let's just try. Why not? So I submit the application, and that was like the initial steps. 3 months go by, um, and I'm driving in my car on the way to Costco's, and someone calls me. It's like a California number, and I'm like, Los Angeles, California. All right, let me pick it up. Maybe it's a telemarketer or something. Like, I don't know. So I answer it, and she's like, "This is Victoria Vandergriff from Next Level Chef from Fox. Like, are you still interested?" I'm like, "What do you mean? Am I still interested?" Like, of course I'm still interested. So that was just like where it really just came from. Just trying to create an opportunity for myself. Is where it just all started.
Awesome. Can I ask, what was the most random question on that 72 or 75 question long?
It's not even the application that's crazy. It's the background checks
Oh,
that are
oh.
very extensive. Like they get really deep. They want to know like the past 5 partners you've been with. They want to know middle school friends. They want to know like, have you ever taken a nude photo? Like, because you're basically a representation of their brand and platform of Fox at that time. So they just have to check like every freaking corner. Like, I was going through the background check, like, whoa, this is ridiculous. Like, they ask everything. They leave no corners unturned. Like, they check everything for sure.
Wow. Wow. Well, I think they may have learned something from when I we had some wild ones 10 years ago when I did one of these. So
Exactly. They probably learned a thing or two from that. Exactly. Definitely.
awesome. So did you end up having to go to a casting call after that, or did you have to do like an online interview?
Yeah, so after that, I had to do a bunch of like Zoom calls with producers. I had to do a psychiatric exam with a psychiatrist. I believe I had to do two of those. Of course, COVID test, and then I believe what was it? I had to do just it's mainly Zoom calls with casting directors and stuff, like just feeling out, well, essentially them feeling me out to see who I was, and just like going through the full process. I was right in the stages, and really what I like to say, because throughout my first like interview, or maybe it was my second interview with Josh, as I'm working like talking with the guy, he asked me, like, is there anything new, anything like fun or anything like that coming in? Hello, how are you? And I just expressed like, oh, I'm gonna be a dad, and I really think like that is what got me or led me to the show, because like my daughter was supposed to be born at the exact time um, of like me going there to film. Hold on, I'm gonna relocate really quickly. Two
Yeah, no
seconds.
worries.
2
You could
seconds.
show us around the kitchen if you
But
want.
isn't it so beautiful, right?
Wow.
So beautiful. That's Hannah right there. She's super amazing.
Hey, Hannah.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, for me, I had to do like so many, sorry about this, guys. I had to do
It's
so
okay.
many like Zoom calls, just talking to producers, making sure like I was a fit for them. And they don't really like tell you if you're doing a good job or not. So it's just like I'm sitting here talking. I mean, I know as if I'm on the Zoom for like 2 hours, an hour and a half with a producer, it's got to be going good, somewhat to hold a conversation with the person. But I really sometimes think like my daughter is what led me to the show because that was interesting. Like this kid's gonna 22 years old. His child's about to be born, and he's here competing like exactly when she was supposed to be born. So yeah,
Wow.
that was it.
So, was she born while you were filming?
Okay, and this is why I say everything happens for a reason. My daughter was born 2 days after I got back from filming. She was
So
like,
meant to be.
yeah, like she was about to pop. Like she was on her way out, like 2 centimeters dilated. When I'm in, still there, but like she just waited. She waited for her dad. Like she waited for her dad. Like, and her mom. That was one of the big things she was worried about. She's like, "You're gonna go away, like right when I'm about to give birth." Like I'm like, "Babe, this is a big opportunity. This is like." Life changing. Like I have to do this, to give her the better life that she deserves to help jumpstart my career even more. Um, so that for me is just it was like a no brainer. I had to do it.
That's so great. And the photos that you have up on your Instagram, she is
Thank you.
so cute. Oh
That's
my
my baby.
gosh.
So cute.
Oh my gosh.
So
And for the people listening in, they're like, wait, what's his Instagram handle? Give it to us right now and
my
you'll give it to us again later.
Instagram is Chef Stretch, ChefStretch, and I have her cute photos pinned right at the top. So now I know everybody's kids is cute, but that baby is adorable. So make sure you guys go.
So adorable. So
So
while you guys are listening, pop on over there and follow Chef Stretch
check it
and
out.
love the picture. Oh my goodness, she's just the
Thank
sweetest,
you so
sweetest
much.
baby. Oh,
Thank you.
awesome. Well, I'm so glad you were there when she came. It's like it's
Yeah,
all just meant to be. And I
definitely.
get the whole, looking for the drama
Yeah,
in, yeah,
yeah, for
that,
sure.
that totally, totally makes sense. Now, you had mentioned here's something because I'm a cookbook author and a
Okay.
cookbook fanatic. One of the episodes I was watching, you said that you brought 11 cookbooks
11
with you.
cookbooks every day,
Tell me about this.
every single day. Okay, so when you're in the green room or just like your time free throughout production, some people bring what is it, crossword puzzles, maybe like, coloring book, a regular book. I'm bringing cookbooks every single day, like duffel bag with 11 books in it, heavy every day. Like if a producer would have to pick the bag up, they're like, "Whoa, what is in this bag?" Like it's every single day I brought my books with me, and that's like one of the coolest things I love about cooking and being a chef. And it's never enough to learn. It's always so much more knowledge. Even the greatest chefs in the world, Gordon Ramsay, like they're still learning. We're still learning new techniques, new recipes, new trends every day. So in those 11 cookbooks is knowledge. And for me, I just looked at it as like I'm going to keep reading, keep educating, keep sharpening up my mind while I'm here, in the hotel, off, on set, off set. Like I don't know what you guys else are, what everybody else is doing, but I'm gonna be reading these books. That's what I did every day. I bring cookbooks, like seriously, legit 11 every day.
Now, was it a different 11 every day or was it the same 11?
No, same 11. I could only bring but so much in my suitcase out to the UK. I couldn't bring but only so much. So I try to bring the most 11 critical ones. I told myself like you're just gonna bring five, but then you're like, no, wait, I need this book. I need this book. I need this one too. I need this one. So I ended up with 11 books.
I love it. Now, I'm assuming in the green room, you guys were not allowed to bring your phones, right?
No, no, you can't bring any phones. Phones are left at the hotels. Can't talk to anybody until like till you're back at your hotel.
Yeah. So just so that, I mean,
Kind of
I
like
get
boot
it.
camp. It's kind of like boot camp.
Yeah.
Kind of. Yeah, it is in
Yeah.
a way.
Yeah. So for the listeners who are like, but why weren't you just like emailing your friends and family or, getting work
Can't do
done?
that.
Because you
Oh
can't
yeah, and
bring any
we
electronics.
yeah, and we sign like also like contracts and stuff like that. Like that you're not even you can't say certain things. You can't even yeah. That's what it is. So that's what I went through. I was like, I want to tell them so bad, but I can't.
Well,
That's what
tell
I
me,
kind of.
can you share a few of those cookbooks that were so inspiring to
Of
you?
course. Okay, so one of my favorite cookbooks is The French Laundry. Thomas Keller wrote that book. Another one of my favorite cookbooks is 101 Asian Dishes You Need to Make Before You Die. That's what the book's called. It's by Chef Jet Tilla. Jet Tila. What are there some other books that I really are really great? Obviously, it's the Flavor Bible. That's an essential for any chef. You need to have the Flavor Bible because you need to know what flavors pair with what. And that has absolutely every flavor pairing possible known to culinary creation. So that's one of the ones I had with me. What else did I have? I had a plating book, Ways to Plate, just a fine dining plating book, just strictly for just plating, because that's just one of the things I like. Food is art. You tell a story through food, so it has to look good. So that was an important book for me. Um, I can't remember every single exact one I had. I had a book on desserts. I know I had like a dessert book. And then I bought like my culinary school professional chef book, which is just like a culinary Bible. It has everything you possibly need in it: bread, soup, sauces, stocks, pastas, rice. It identifies every vegetable, every fruit, just everything. It's like a culinary Bible. So those are the books, and it's thick. I actually have it at work. It's like this thick. I have it at work. Let's see. This is no joke. Let me show you guys.
Bring us in there. Let's see
No
it.
joke. Like the books are right here. They
And
go with me everywhere. It's no
and
joke.
anyone
Just put them
anyone
down here.
listening in, you can watch on YouTube. So make sure to check it out as well. You can kind of get a little tour around here.
Yeah, every day.
Oh my
Books.
gosh.
Yeah, it's no joke. I'm gonna show you the books I just said about. Like these are some of my favorites. All right, this is the perfect sauce book. Here's the 100 Asian dishes you need to make before you die by Jet Tiller. And then this is the huge one that I was talking about, the Bible looking one. Is
Oh damn.
Yeah,
You
but
could
that's
seriously like take someone out with that thing. It's so big.
you could though. But yeah, that's just the dedication. That's the passion in it.
I love it. I love it. I would love to run through some of the dishes that you made on the show, some of your
Okay.
favorites and maybe some of your least favorites.
Yes, yes, yes. Let's do that. Um, some of my favorite dishes on the show, I would have to say, would have been. I mean, they also varied from time to time, but what was my favorite? Honestly, one of my best tasting dishes was the dish I got eliminated in the finale. It was like incredible. The pad thai was like so good, but they were like it was spicy. But I ate that myself. That was like one of the best things I made the entire challenge. Soft shell crab sandwich for sure. One of my not so goods was pork tenderloin. I screwed that up. Never really cooked pork that much, so that was one of the things. Like I was like, I hope I don't get pork, but I got it and I screwed it up. But now I know how to cook it perfectly, so it's okay. But what was some of the other favorite things? My elimination challenge where I did the blackened salmon with the fish skin chicharrones, the pineapple and corn salsa. I believe I did it with a parsnip puree and like an asparagus like chive bundle.
Oh
That
my
was like so good. That was one of my favorite dishes as well. That soft shell crab sandwich, which was on an English muffin, which is like kind of an ode to Gordon since he's English. He's from the UK, so that kind of worked perfectly. I made like a pancetta aioli, like which is just pancetta mayonnaise from scratch. Eggs, oil, crisp, rendered out some like pancetta, folded it in at the end, seasoned, salt, chives. That dish was like really good. That's the one I won best dish on. The funny thing about it is, before I went, watching the season before, my mom, she's like, I need you to win a top dish at least 2 or 3 times. I'm like, Mom, that's so hard to do. Like, I'm not gonna do that. Like, I can't do that. That's a lot. Like, I'll try to win one, but and actually living it and winning three best dishes, like, dude, like, oh, the lollipop chicken wings. That was it. That was the best one. It was definitely those wings. That would have been the best for me. Like I tasted. I mean, of course, I taste all my food, but that I was like, yo, I need to put that in a bottle. Like, I literally wrote it down in my pad, like after, like to remember the ingredients I put in it because it was that good. It was
Are
that.
are you allowed to like republish what you had done on the show? Like could you
Oh,
write a book with that stuff?
oh yeah, definitely. So, I mean, that's one of the things I did not do that I probably should have. Was because initially, like when I started, I wasn't a social media chef, so I only had like 2,000 followers. So like when you say about like remaking those dishes, like that was one of the things I wanted to do, was like remake every single dish I made and then put it in my cookbook. But just being busy, private chef in life, dad life, like, you know. And then as time went on, as I like got so many followers and stuff, it's like, all right, now you have to do this. You have to post content. You have to make these reels. You have to recreate these recipes because your fans want to see it. And I want, that's what I do it for. It's for, my viewers, my fans and supporters. Because yeah, I wouldn't have, over 100,000 follows between both of my platforms if it wasn't for them. So yeah, I try to keep content posting, keep stuff going for the viewers.
Awesome. Are you working on any books or?
Yes, so I am working on my own cookbook. I am working on my own cookbook. It's something that I don't want to rush because it's not going to be just like just any other cookbook. It's going to tell my story in it as well. Some of my trials, tribulations throughout life, mental health, just everything. And in the kitchen industry, the restaurant industry, along with amazing recipes as well. So yeah, that's the main thing I'm working on. Eventually as well, I want to get like sauces and seasonings in grocery stores. I have a company, Arizona Spice Company, that I've been working with. So that stuff is coming, eventually as well. But I don't, I'm a perfectionist. So I need everything perfect. I don't want to just rush something just to do it. I like it to be perfect. So when it's done, it's right. It's done
I
the right
love
way.
it. I love it. You're a perfectionist and you're hustling. I love
Exactly.
it.
Exactly.
Wow. I'm so excited for you. And,
Thank you.
and, you know, at your current age and you've got so much ahead of you and you're so articulate and
Thank you.
such great energy and so amazing on camera.
Thank
I
you
really
so much.
would not be surprised to see
Thank
you as one of these like hosts or
you. Yeah,
one
right.
of the judges. You
One
really
day.
should be. One
For
day.
sure. For sure.
Awesome. And then you'll come back on the podcast and tell
Exactly.
me about what it's
And
like
tell
on
you
that
about
side.
that too. Yep. Got it.
Awesome. Well, tell me more about like who are you still in contact with from the show, including, the contestants and the mentors, and
Yeah.
maybe even any of the production crew as well.
Yeah, for sure. So, I mean, we all still have a group chat, all like 16 of us. We still talk. My specific close friend group is Matt, Teeny, um, I'd say like Chris, um, who else am I like really close to? Alex. These are like people I talk to like day to day still, or like when I have an issue or something, call them, get their opinions. But that's like the best part about it is we're all still like one big family. Like we've done a ton of events, a ton of pop-ups together. We're like trying to get together for a barbecue at Michelle's house. Oh, Michelle, she's one of the others that I always talk to. A lot of them actually though, Preston, like we all still keep in touch. Bounce ideas off of each other, ask each other questions. We all really still keep in touch. Cassie, who else? Yeah, a lot of us. There's a lot. We still
That's
keep
so
in touch
great.
though. That's the best part about it. It's like even though we're all competing, like they put us away, locked away in hotels. Like you're in a different country, like so you create a bond with these people. You know what I mean? So like if you watch it, like second, third episode, and people getting eliminated and people sad, crying, but you don't know why. It's like we've been in quarantine for 2 weeks, or we've been locked away in our rooms and like around each other for like days and days and days before we even start shooting. So it's like you build that camaraderie and friendship and bond with everybody. Now, obviously, certain groups out of the group, connect with each other more, but we're still like, it's still all one big happy family, essentially.
I love it. So were you
Yeah.
guys quarantined because of COVID? Was it that kind of quarantine?
Yeah, so they did do a COVID quarantine first, and then, yeah, just like keeping everybody separate from each other. But initially, it was just for COVID, for
And were
sure.
you guys allowed to mingle or were you guys kept separate?
No, we were kept separate. That's why I said it's kind of like boot camp. Like the producers keep your room keys. You don't have access to your own room key. Everybody's separate in their own room. Can't leave your room. Couldn't really do much. Couldn't go out. Couldn't every like maybe like a Sunday gather us maybe like to let us go out on the terrace for fresh air like with under supervision by the welfare team. Very much like uh yeah like boot camp or like jail or something. You gotta you have to ask to go to the restroom like when you're at the on site at the at the studio filming, like you have to ask, can you escort me to the restroom? Can I go? Oh, we were in UK, so they say the loo. Can you take me to the loo? That's what they say there. Yeah. But it just yeah, it's really like it's like it took me a minute, like, oh, I have to ask, can I go to the restroom? Like I'm not used to doing that. I just walk to the bathroom when I want to go. Like I'm not asking someone to use the restroom, but you have to ask. Like you gotta ask.
Yeah. Now, you've mentioned the UK, and where were you guys filming exactly?
We filmed in London, in West
Okay.
Acton, London. Yeah,
Wow. Wow. They
yep,
definitely make it look like it's Vegas on the
for sure.
show.
That's the TV in it for sure.
I get it though. I get
But
it.
actually, first season was filmed in Las Vegas in a tent, but we actually got to film in the studio. So
So it's not a complete,
yeah, because that's
dishonesty.
kind of why. It's because it was initially filmed in Vegas, but it's just like the contract stuff. Ramsey Studios, they just got the space at the studio to do it at LHQ or LH2, I think it's called. But yeah.
So what about the finale then? Did they fly you guys all back out for the finale, or did you guys stay there the whole time filming was going on?
Well, I mean, I was lucky enough to make it that far, so I was there. But like, as you got eliminated, they keep you in your room for 2 days, then they fly you back home. That's it.
Gotcha. Gotcha. And then you don't get to make the finale then.
No,
They
that's
sure
it.
did make it look like it was packed full of people. So
Oh no, that's people's family. That's like producers. That's like like a bunch of people. But it's not like the chefs, the other contestants though. But it's definitely packed with people. But it's just not contestants though.
gotcha. Gotcha. Did you get to take your shirt or your apron home with you?
Yes, I did. Actually, uh, I was like, as you said, I'm a really humble guy, but I was like a highlight to everybody, like the makeup ladies, the wardrobe ladies, and as my last day, Fee, I love Fee to death. She's like, Chef Nuri, here's your apron that you wore on the first day. Take it home with you, and she gave it to me. And other people did not get to get their aprons. A lot of us did, but some didn't. So like that was like really special to me. Not only I get one, I got two. So I got two aprons and my shirt. So wait, I don't think I have my shirt. I definitely have two Team Naisha aprons. The shirt is just a plain white chef T-shirt. It's not even like a chef coat, so it's like a tee. But I have my red apron still, two of them.
Oh man, I'm so jealous. That's one
Yes.
of my things that I'm most upset about. And out of everyone I've interviewed so far for this podcast, nobody else has been able to take home their any,
Yeah.
shirts or any of the aprons.
Usually
So
you don't. Usually you kind of like don't. It's kind of just like yeah. But they kind of related to me. A lot of people really like me and stuff. So you know they might have made an exceptions for me.
well, getting back to everyone liking you because you're so much fun and you've got
Thank
such a
you.
great presence. This is just this I've been interviewing all day, so you're like totally
Thank
picking me
you.
up. This is better than a cup of coffee in the
Good.
afternoon.
I like to hear.
but did they happen to try to like pit you against anyone or try to create any drama within the
Oh
show?
yeah, oh yeah, definitely. For sure that they try to influence you to say certain things or ask you certain questions. Not influence you, but just ask you certain questions that makes you say a certain thing. But one of the things that I'm very authentic. I stay true to myself. I never let them make me be something else than what. I know I can control what I can control. However it's edited, however is put together after that, it's out of my control. But I can be authentic to myself, and I can't, I'll stay true to me and who I am, and be, myself all the way through. Like we're broken up, not even in a team challenge no more. And one of the contestants' plate is about to fall off the platform, and like I push it up myself, like to get it up there safely. Like who would do that? The next person's probably not. Like they're not gonna do it. It's a competition. But I stayed true to myself. She was initially on my team, and I want to go against the best of the best. And she was one of the best chefs. So her plate was about to fall. I'm gonna push it up. But the next person might not do that. So for me, it was just about staying authentic, staying true to myself, being vulnerable, just being a real, authentic guy, essentially. And that's like it took me a far way. It took me a far way. It really like got me. I just love to cook, so I don't really like say it, but like I had like a bunch of like athletes, like Joe Hayden, he's a Super Bowl champion, like he's big Hall of Fame cornerback, 800,000 followers, and like the first time I cooked for him, he's like, Chef Stretch, I'm a big fan, bro. I'm like, yo, like I'm a big fan of you, like so like, but just being that fan favorite because I stayed true to myself and people could resonate and see like, yo, this is a good guy, he's nice, he's you know what I mean. So it just took me very far. It took me far.
I
Yeah,
love it.
but
Yeah,
they
you
try to make you, say drama. Like if someone cuts themselves or burns themselves, like, what do you think about such and such cutting themselves? And yeah, why could I sit there and say, oh, they're cutting themselves. They don't know how to cook or they don't know knife skills. Or I could say, oh, well, we're in a fast-paced environment. It's pressure. People might do things that you don't normally do when you're comfortable. Oh, well, that's not good. So that might not get put in there. You know what I mean? Like so, just like that. Just staying true to myself. I didn't allow them to. yeah, I didn't allow myself to talk trash about people because that's what they want. They want that. It's good. It's good competition, but I didn't do that. I stayed true to myself.
I love that you stayed true to yourself. You helped out other people like
Yeah,
with the plate, and it made for good TV. And I
for
feel like
sure.
we need more people like you in these competitions because I get that drama makes for good TV. I get it.
Yes, yes,
But what you did makes for way better TV. It's
exactly.
just
Thank
so
you.
positive
Yes,
and happy
yeah.
and this is why people love you. So
Thank you
just
so much. Thank
keep
you.
staying
I
keep being
appreciate it
true to yourself.
a lot.
Now, you had mentioned being vulnerable.
Yeah,
And like I said, I was kind of watching the last few episodes, and you were very vulnerable
yeah,
on your last episode. And
yeah,
having done what you've done,
yeah,
I remember the fatigue that you get
yeah.
towards the end of the competition. Was that something you were struggling with? And can you talk about that a little bit?
Definitely. I mean, I don't like to make excuses for myself, but there's definitely fatigue. Not eating the same foods, like the foods in a different place are different. Like it took me like a week and a half just to find something solid that I like eating. And you could ask anybody from the show, I ate the same thing every single time. They'll tell you, yes, Nuri ate the shroom every single night. Because once I found something I like, it's like, all right, I'm gonna stick with this. On top of the stress, the emotional pull back home, like my daughter almost being born, those hormone levels from her mom racing, like it was just a lot of added pressure, stress. So, sometimes you get caught up in your own head, and there was a lot of times like when I got put in elimination, I got emotional because I'm passionate about it. I get upset. So putting me in elimination, like I sometimes got in my own head. Um, Even with like the immunity pin, like they kind of probably wanted me to use it on someone, like take time away, but I didn't want to do that. I took the time for myself. So, um, yeah, like just the pressure though, just added pressure. By the time you're there for like 35 days, like I'll be quite honest, like I know this sounds so crazy, but I got to a point I was like, I just want to go home. I want to go home. I'm tired. I'm ready to go home. Like I know this will change my life. 250 grand. I didn't even know what it would do. But in my mind, I was like, yo, you've been broke before. It ain't no different. Like 250 grand, that's nice. That's amazing. But I didn't even go there for the money because I've been throughout my life without money, So it's not like it wasn't important for me. So after being able to make so much money now and what I do, like, like it's great. I love it. But I didn't do it for the money. So I did it to be able to cook for my idols, to be able to learn, to be able to showcase my talent to the world and to the on TV. Like it wasn't even for TV. I didn't even know I would have good TV personality. I didn't even know I'd be good on TV. Like producers would be like, "No, Nuri, you did great. Like you're gonna be, the world's gonna love you. You're gonna be great. Like you're gonna be a star." And I just hear like they're just telling me that. Like you're just saying that. Like I didn't actually see it. Like I didn't see it. Like it's so surreal because I was just a young guy who liked to cook. Like that's it. Just as a little dude who loved to cook as a boy, like, and it just took me so far. Like going out in public, people just stopping you and just want to take photos, want to like. It's just incredible. It's very surreal. Like it's probably something I'll still never get over because it's like, why you want to take a picture of me? Why? I'm just a regular guy. I just want to cook. I'm just like you. But that's just the humble side of me, like saying it, because obviously, I've cooked for so many celebrities, so many people, but I'm just me. I just say I'm just myself. But yes, definitely to go back to your question, it adds a lot of pressure. And when you're there for a month, it's like, okay, I'm at my wit's end. I'm tired. Like my brain, you just, yeah, like my hair was growing out. Like I kept trying to like wash my hair and like lay it down every night. Like you could see that. Like you could see it. I'm tired. Like I'm physically tired. It's a period of time. Like I was just like straight face. Like I'm not talking to people. Like I'm focused. Because you get tired. You do. You get tired. You definitely get tired. It's draining.
Yeah,
It's draining.
yeah, definitely. And I could see it in the last couple of episodes.
Yes.
I could
Yes.
definitely see it. I mean, maybe the other viewers didn't see it, but I
It's
saw
it's
it.
like it's one of those things. If you've been in it, you know it and you
Yeah.
notice it and you've related to that. So it's like that kind of thing. But viewers might not notice that, but you have lived in it. So it's like I can see first 4 episodes he was super uppity and cheerful, and now it's like no TV time where he's just like regular straight face, like because I was tired, like I got tired, like it's
Oh
true.
yeah. Oh, yeah. So how many hours a day were you guys on set on average?
Oh, average, I say 10 hours. Guaranteed. Long, exactly, like long days. Like I'm in the freaking green room, like taking naps on the couch or nap on the floor, like reading a book, go to sleep. Like, cause I think we got to the studio by like, I want to say we got to the bus at 7:45, got to the studio by 8, makeup, wardrobe, audio, we're down, like ready to run through by like 9 o'clock, and we're not going home till like 8 or 9 at night that day. Now it's not all work, but it's like a lot of like spaced out interviews, like lunchtime, like the mentors and the other chefs doing their segments and stuff. So it's long days. So just imagine it, like being there 10, 12 hours a day. It's like, and you do that for 30 days straight. That's
Yeah.
draining, and it's
Yeah,
only
it
like
is.
only if you know, you know. Like it's like if you've been in it, you know. But if you don't, you just don't. Like it's just like yeah,
Wow. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I could see it on you, but what
yes,
I loved was that you were still so positive and
yeah,
still so genuine and
yep,
vulnerable. So
yeah.
that
That's
just
what I
shows
try to
strong
do.
character.
Thank you. I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
Yeah, you're welcome. Well, you had mentioned that you did not watch cartoons when you were a kid, that you watched cooking shows.
Nope.
And I have two questions for that. One, which cooking shows? And
Okay.
two, is your daughter the same way, or are you trying to introduce her to cooking the way, you were at such a young
Okay,
age?
got it. The first, I mean, obviously, maybe a little cartoon here and then, but no, I watch 30-minute meals. I watch by Richard Ray. Like that's not even out anymore. Like Emerald Lagasse, his show's not even out on Food Network anymore. I watch Diners, Drivers, and Dives. I watch Down Home with the Neelys. Like these are all old shows that's not even out anymore. Like I was a kid watching this stuff. What else? Guy Fieri. What was his show he used to have when he would do the cooking in his backyard? I can't remember.
Well, some kind of, was it a barbecue show
Yeah, it was
or?
like barbecue. He would do
Yeah.
barbecue and stuff in his backyard. That one, like I watched that. Like obviously, like Cutthroat Kitchen, watching like Kitchen Nightmares, old Gordon Ramsay shows, like Hell's Kitchen. Like he was Gordon then, and now it's like two different Gordons. But let me stay focused on topic. But yeah, I just watched like I just watched these shows. It was what interests me. Like it was like it's fun. Like I'm hooked at the TV. I'm learning. Like that's how it was. Like you know how some kids nowadays they might be hooked to an iPad, hooked to a TV show. But for me, it was like just being like yeah, essentially hooked to learning, to the knowledge. That's what it was for me. So and my daughter, I do try to kind of influence her. I try to be let her make whatever decision she wants when she gets older, but yeah, like right now on our Instagram, we doing a Instagram and YouTube cooking series with me and her in her chef uniform and my chef uniform. It's super
Oh my
cute.
gosh.
Yeah, teaching her how to cook stuff, and she's a 1 year old, but she's smart. Um, yeah, so and it's really adorable. So anybody listening, go look at that video. It's like it's super cute. But I'm a parent that I won't really influence her to do my career path because that may not be something that she may want to do. She may want to. She may see her father cooking so much that she just naturally gauges to that and wants to be a chef one day. But if she doesn't, I'm okay with that too.
That's great. I love that you're trying to show her and influence her and also kind of let her do her own thing. That shows a lot of
Exactly.
maturity as a parent. I don't think I was there when my kid was under 2. Now that she's 14, I'm like, do whatever
Got it.
you want to do.
Do what
But
you want, dude. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Got it.
awesome. Well, I definitely want to talk about how you had said that Gordon was a certain way back then and he is now. And it seems like he went from really mean
Yeah.
to slowly softening, and
Yeah.
now he is just lovable and nurturing. Can you tell me
Yes.
what he's really like?
Um, I think that's also his age too now. But like off camera, he's genuine. He's so like just a real guy. Like he talks to you like just how we're talking right here. Like he doesn't like if someone talking to him, you might like be in your head like, oh my God, this is Gordon Ramsay, but he literally genuinely makes you feel like, no, just talk to me. Like we're just regular. Like I remember walking up in the studio, I was going to do an interview and he's coming up and usually if it's not a scheduled time for a judge or mentor to be around the talent or the cast, they try to separate it. But in this instance, they like Gordon walked up, pats me on the butt. He's like, "Good job, man. Good job, big man." Like even when I did the platform, putting the plate on the platform, like he walked, and this is not even on camera. He walks over to me. He's like, "I saw what you did on that platform," and gave me a fist bump. He's like, That's a good one, man. It's a good character." Like stuff like that. Like he doesn't have to do that. He could just walk away, But he was genuine. So, and I appreciate like these moments, like to have that in my mind. Like it didn't need to be on the camera for me or on the screen, but I have that in my head. Like, and it's just like, yeah. But back then, if you go back and look on YouTube at some old Michelin star or old Gordon Ramsay videos, like he would scream, tell you, shut the fuck up, get the fuck out of my kitchen. Like he would do all of that, like really, really bad, like mean, throw plates, throw dishes at you, like, but he's not like that anymore,
Do
I
you
mean,
think you've
he'll still yell at you if need be, but
uh
I essentially think with just probably just the age, he's a lot older now, so it's really, it's like, yeah, he's not doing that anymore.
older and wiser and no longer
Exactly.
needs to prove himself,
Yeah,
because
like, this man has 70 restaurants. Like he's the culinary legend. Like, you know what I mean? So it doesn't
yeah.
really, yeah, he has nothing to prove at all.
Are you still in contact with him or any of the mentors?
So actually next week, I'm cooking with Naisha in LA for Event
No
for Profit.
way.
Yes, yep. So if you guys follow me, you'll see all of that next week,
That's
March 8th.
awesome.
Yep, in LA. Yep. And
Awesome.
also Blaze too. I talk to Blaze a lot. Gordon's busy, so no one talks to him really, unless you get like his assistant's contact. But Gordon's busy, rightfully so. He's busy. 70 restaurants. He has a bunch of TV shows, so he's always busy. But Blaze, I went to his book signing. We stay in touch. Talk to Chef Blaze a lot. But Chef Arrington, my mentor, yeah, she picked me for a reason. That's all I can say.
I love that they both started in reality cooking
Top
competitions
Chef.
and
Yeah, they
yep.
started Top Chef. Yep.
Yeah. Hey, if you could put a little bug in their ear to maybe come on the podcast, that would be
I
great.
know, right? All right, I got you. I got you.
Thank
I
you.
got you.
No pressure or anything, but
I got you.
well, I definitely want to find out what are you doing now and what do you have coming up and give you an opportunity to talk about all of that and kind of plug what you're doing.
Yeah, definitely. So currently, I've been just doing private chefing, traveling, um, cooking for people, freelance, kind of thing. Now I just accepted an executive chef position at a private capital yacht club. So right now I'm in the part transition process of creating new menus. That's why I have all these like books and stuff with me, just for ideas, throughout creating my menus. I still will, once I get everything set, running for itself, still can get back to, doing private chef and events, stuff like that. But yeah, that's really what it is. I just cooking for people. Cooking for the masses. That's it. That's all I'm doing.
I love it. I love it. Well, it's so great to catch up with you. And can you give us your social media handles so that we can make sure to check you out? And everybody, please follow and like Chef
Thank you
Stretch because he
so
is
much.
awesome.
I post some pretty cool stuff. Okay, so my Instagram is Chef Stretch, and then my TikTok is Chef Stretch, and the number one right after it, just all one word. Um, I have Twitter, YouTube, still like building up on there, but definitely Instagram and TikTok. Follow me on there, posting a ton of new content. I have a lot of videos I just posted actually. And content's been going great for me. I was never like big on the content thing. Like when I started, like I said, I only had like what, maybe 2,000 followers. And now I got like 64,000 on Instagram, like 70,000 on TikTok. It's like over 100, and it's just getting started. It's just now like, skyrocketing. So like I'd probably be at 100K like in like a month or two, like, or no time. So yeah, I'll make sure I keep posting good content for you guys. So make sure you go check it all out. And yeah, that's it for me.
Awesome.
I I always say when it comes to like the content thing, I was a very like private person, and when you're being a chef, like usually working in kitchens, working in restaurants, like or even private chef, I'm busy. I'm cooking. I'm not thinking to stop and let me take my phone out. Let me record this. But it's like after you do something like that, it's like no, that's what you do every single. Oh wait, gotta pull the phone out. Let me get this for content. Let me record this for content. So like I had to consciously like tell myself like, dude, you gotta record content because if you don't post it, people won't see it. So I had to get out of that. Like, all right, you can't hide what you're doing. You can't not record at a private event because that's how you get 20 more private events by posting it. Like, you know what I mean? So yeah, Chef Stretch on Instagram, Chef Stretch one on TikTok, and that's my social media handles.
Awesome. Do you have any advice to anyone who's either trying out for season 4 or any of these shows, or even just young
Yeah,
kids who watch you and
season
like, I
four
want
they
to be like
filmed
him?
already, but my advice to anybody would be don't I would say don't do it because it's TV because it has a lot of added pressure after the fact, you know. But do something that you love to do, and in that is opportunities and synergy will present itself on its own. Um, don't get set on I'm gonna do this, like I'm gonna do this, or I want to be on this one thing, or I want to do this. Do what you love to do, find your passion, and then practice on your craft because it didn't really, had I not just been a kid watching cooking shows, had I not read these cookbooks, had I not worked in different restaurants, cooked for different people, I wouldn't have got on Next Level Chef. I wouldn't have qualified. I wouldn't have been talented enough as a pro chef at 22 years old. So just, and never watch what other people are doing. Stay focused on your own plate. Keep your eyes on your own food because someone else might be doing something at a fast rate, but it can go downhill. You know what I mean? So just stay focused to what you're passionate about and what you love. Don't worry about like what others are doing because other people might be moving at a different rate than you're moving, and that's okay. Because when your time is your time, it everything takes off. Like my here, let me show you. It's like this is how the world works. This is my favorite team, the LA Chargers, right? And if you go on my Instagram, you'll see I got to cook for the whole defensive players on the LA Chargers, like Joey Bosa. His brother just played in the Super Bowl, like big top name players. Like that's a dream come true. Like I watch these guys on TV. Like these are guys I look up like, wow, I love this guy. Like, and to be sitting right in the kitchen cooking for them, they're eating my food like, yo, this is delicious. Like that's how the world works when you're, doing what you love. So that would just be my advice to anybody. Find what you love to do, perfect your craft, keep learning, never stop learning, and yeah, that's the best advice I could probably say. Keep your eyes on your own plate, and what's meant for you is for you. That's what I always like to say, and that's even what I tell myself. Like even with the competition, like um, I didn't win. It was for 250 grand, right? I didn't win. 4 or 5 months later, I got an opportunity from Bowie State. They paid me a six-figure contract to do for work for 2 months in a kitchen for 2 months for their students. So like, yeah, like I didn't win, but I still won. I got to cook for all of these celebrities. I got to cook for meet all of these people. So what's for you is for you. And yeah, while I didn't win the competition, I still won. You know what I mean? Like I'm still a winner. So it's okay. That be my
Absolutely.
advice.
Absolutely. You still are a winner, and I really think we're gonna keep seeing amazing, amazing
Thank
things
you.
from you.
Thank you so
I'm
much.
so
I
happy to
appreciate it.
meet you, and
Thank you.
it's such an
Pleasure
honor
meeting
to
you as
be on the
well.
show. Thank you.
Thank you for
It's
having me.
Yeah, thank you for being on the show. And everyone, please, please follow Chef Stretch and, you know, comment below. Tell us what you loved
Thank
about
you guys for
the.
listening. We appreciate it.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you so, so much. And I'm going to keep an eye out there because I'm pretty sure big things are coming.
Good things coming, for sure.
Yeah. All right. Thanks so much again, Chef Stretch. Everyone, thank you so much for listening. And be sure to tune in to the next episode of Who's Reality Cooking. Bye.
Bye.